To achieve leadership and be successful corporate leaders, it is not sufficient to fulfill given tasks and possess the technical skills necessary to do the job. A great deal more would be required. What is crucial to become an effective leader? It includes a variety of characteristics, such as communication skills, team collaboration, and the ability to make good business decisions. The business components of a company are experiencing rapid transformation, and companies have high expectations of their leaders. For the organization's future success, it is necessary to adopt a leadership style that incorporates many new, modern changes. The world is accelerating past artificial intelligence and machine learning, and senior leaders must acquire the essential skill to maintain a competitive advantage. So, in this video, we are going to understand the essential skills for future IT leaders. Before we get started, I would like to address the agenda for today's session. We will start our session with a brief introduction to different leadership styles. Next, we will talk about the essential skills for future leaders. Moving on, we will conclude the session by talking about positive work qualities for effective leadership. I hope the agenda was clear. Before we start with our session, if you like this video, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, to learn more about leadership skills, check out Invensis Learning's Project Management and Agile Project Management Certification training, which will enhance your leadership skills and make you a remarkable leader. All of the necessary information is given in the description box below. Without any further ado, let us start by understanding different leadership styles. Leaders are individuals that drive their team towards success and encourage them along their career path to become more productive and function as an effective team that adds more value to the business. This is referred to as leadership style. As you advance in your job and become a leader, you will begin to handle various situations with a distinct style based on the situation's requirements. There are several kinds of leadership styles. Let's explore them. First, authoritarian. Authoritative leaders are those that make all choices on their own, without consulting their team or those who report to them. This leadership style is often not favored and is ineffective when collaborating with a team, leading to fewer productive team members. Authoritative leaders make all choices on their own. Other team members may believe that they have not provided any ideas and that their views are not being heard. It is only beneficial in situations when swift judgments must be made. Coaching. A coaching leader aims to encourage the personal development of every team member by collaborating with them and asking about their problems, if any. This style of leader leads the team and boosts their potential for development by assisting them in overcoming obstacles. The team's strengths and weaknesses are recognized using SWOT analysis. This helps produce effective leaders. Delegative. Delegative leaders have faith in their team and assist them in achieving organizational ideals, which propels the company to success. They are let to work at their own speed, they generate original ideas, and this style of leadership cultivates future leaders. This management style produces a highly productive work atmosphere and encourages workers' personal development, therefore bringing out the leadership potential of every team member. Democratic. In democratic leadership, team members are encouraged to participate in every conversation, and their participation is respected. This sort of leader will have a highly engaged and productive group that drives the success of the business. As a result of the team's participation in the process along with the leader, company development opportunities are created. Strategic. The leadership qualities of strategic leaders are centered on bringing out the best in the team in order to achieve corporate goals. They lead, organize, and direct the team to maximize productivity and accomplish the desired goals. This management style seeks to motivate people to be ambitious and goal-oriented in order to attain the desired outcomes. Transactional. The goal of transactional leadership is for the team to accomplish its objective, while the leader is simply concerned with whether the task has been completed. For instance, if the employee must meet a sales quota, the senior executive would inquire simply about the quota, and if it is met, the employee would be rewarded or assigned to meet the quota soon. Employees dislike this style of leadership, although it has been proven to be effective in achieving goals in some organizations. Transformational. Transformation leaders are always aware of how the company environment evolves and drives their employees toward creative ideas, their next launch or product, and what they can do to business expansion. Jeff Bezos, for instance, is regarded as a transformational leader since he is always working to introduce fresh modifications to e-commerce and is motivated by innovative approaches. Visionary. Visionary leaders use emotional intelligence to make their end objectives attainable by expressing the desired result and taking action to achieve it. These individuals have the leadership qualities to motivate the team towards attaining the vision and help them picture what they have in mind by describing the team's clear objectives, an executable plan, and a work strategy, expecting the team to put the vision into action with their abilities. There are several leadership styles, and you may choose any that would make you an effective team leader. Be a strong leader who assists the team in times of struggle by actively listening and collaborating with them to accomplish organizational objectives. Whether you are a senior executive seeking advancement or want to become a great leader, leadership training programs may help you develop the time-tested leadership qualities necessary to become a good leader. Now, moving on to our next topic. Essential skills for future leaders. You may not be the CEO of your company just yet, but you may be called upon to lead and manage a group of employees in the future. In such a scenario, you should be prepared to take charge and successfully lead, organize, and manage the team to generate value for your organization. Effective leaders possess distinctive qualities and take a different approach to leadership, which makes them different. As a leader prepared for the future, you must possess these fundamental competencies and a development mindset. Create a vision for your team and motivate them to embrace it. Align the values, goals, and behavior of your team with the vision. Develop real, observable, and measurable outcomes. These are the skills of a successful leader that you must possess in order to realize your leadership potential. First is relationship development. Some leaders will assert that they do not need workplace friendship. This may be true, but in order to construct a unified and more engaged workforce, outstanding leaders must develop abilities for creating positive workplace connections. According to Gallup's meta-analysis of employee engagement, business units with high levels of employee engagement see 41% fewer quality defects and 37% less absence. Additionally, a 21% boost in production was seen as a consequence of increased staff engagement. Even if you believe you do not need to be liked at work, you will need to be skilled at cultivating positive connections in order to be productive. If your staff is extremely engaged and happy at work, you will likely be adored or, at the very least, highly regarded as a strong leader. Some of the practical tips you can follow are: share more of yourself at group meetings. Utilize meetings as an opportunity for your staff to learn more about you. Permit them to learn from your tales, experiences, and the lessons you've learned during your profession. Next, compose thank you notes. Let your staff know that you value their efforts, particularly when they go above and beyond what is required. Send them thank you cards and make sure that their coworkers, peers, subordinates, and even your bosses are aware of their excellent achievement. Next, organize team building activities. A simple after-work sports activity or a family day with your employees may be an excellent method to connect with them. You do not need an extensively organized team building exercise. In addition, they will recognize your efforts to promote their work-life balance. Second skill is agility and adaptability. In a 2008 poll performed by Development Dimensions International, 32% of respondents ranked the capacity to enable change as the most significant leadership quality. Adaptability is unquestionably one of the most essential leadership qualities in 2018, since the corporate environment has changed drastically and continues to evolve at an astonishing rate. Effective leadership must be able to adapt to change, even if it requires stepping outside of one's comfort zone, so that leaders are not left behind by industry trends and can provide their businesses a competitive advantage. This motivates us to examine innovation and creativity as a part of the skill set of the most effective leaders. Application of agility and adaptability are be responsible in responding to change. You must ensure that you have developed a strategy for responding to organizational changes. Have a precise plan of action and a realistic deadline for implementing a policy change that you are tasked with. Continuously evaluate how successfully you are adjusting to the change and how you are demonstrating this to your workforce. Third skill is originality and creativity. How did Apple become a market leader in the computer and mobile technology industries? They improved their goods by keeping consumers in mind and making their devices more user-friendly, since customers who desired this feature were ready to pay more for their more expensive items. Steve Jobs managed Apple incorporated innovation and originality by consistently outpacing the competition, and this likely made him one of the most influential leaders in the technology sector to date. According to the results of a worldwide research on creativity, unleashing creative potential is essential for economic and social development. The increased need for creativity and innovation will continue to motivate CEOs, who must develop their leadership abilities in these areas in order to be successful and competitive. Some of the practical tips you can follow are: schedule time to think. Find uninterrupted time in your schedule to sit down and reflect. This will help you organize your ideas and establish personal and team objectives. Utilize this time to generate fresh thoughts or ideas that will enhance performance and efficiency. Next, change your point of view. Look out a window with a view rather than remaining in a room with four walls. Do a walking meeting in the open air with a few team members while you generate ideas. A relaxed atmosphere may assist your team come up with innovative solutions. Next, keep the focus on others. Make it a point to listen to the thoughts of each member of your team. One of the suggestions may be the solution you're looking for. Listening to other perspectives can also help you recognize people who do not share your objectives. This might be an excellent chance to lead them in the proper path. The fourth skill is employee motivation. In close relation to relationship development, the capacity to encourage your employees and maintain strong employee engagement are both crucial. One of the most successful leadership qualities is the ability to continually encourage people, regardless of their degree of commitment. Gratify cites a study conducted by Interact on 1,000 employees in the United States, which found that the number one complaint that is 63% from employees regarding their managers is a lack of appreciation, and that engagement increases by 60% when managers recognize employees' contributions. According to a separate survey by Westminster College, increasing morale is the preferred, 32% method of employee motivation. If workers are not motivated, the organization suffers from absenteeism, attrition, and poor productivity, all of which have a negative financial impact. A practice of employee motivation is announce commendations. Publicly praise while privately correcting. Employees will certainly value being recognized for their hard work, and making your commendations public may increase employee engagement. Occasionally, this kind of reward is preferred by certain employees. The fifth skill is decision-making. A leader is required to make judgments constantly. To be a successful leader, one must have superior decision-making abilities. Large-scale choices that have a significant impact on your business must be reasonable, sensible, and solid. In truth, your actions as a leader will decide your success and, perhaps, the success of your organization. To convince the individuals impacted by the process, you must stand by your conclusions and be confident in them. Taking unpopular but essential action is likely one of the most challenging management roles, yet it has always been and always will be part of an executive's job description. Some of the practical tips you can follow are: Tip 1. Define your values. Determine your personal and professional values. What code of conduct do you follow? How do the organization's basic ideals influence your decision to join? Next, recognize your organization's values. Understand the core values of your company. These principles must serve as the foundation for all of your company choices, therefore you must accept them. Ensure that the values are reflected in every part of the organization. Tip 3. Study both your personal and organizational values closely. Consider both your personal and the organization's values. What are the similarities and differences? What modifications must you make to your own principles to match them with those of your organization? The more closely your values fit with those of your business, the more pleasant your work life will become. Next, apply both values to the decision-making process. Once you understand how your personal values intersect with those of your company, you'll be able to integrate both sets of values into your decision-making. You will be better prepared to handle high-stress circumstances if you are aware of your organization's and your own non-negotiable. The next skill is conflict resolution. According to the American Management Association, at least 24% of a manager's time is spent handling conflict. Conflict may arise in a variety of business contexts. A dispute is any disagreement between two or more people that has the potential to disrupt productivity. Conflict in the workplace may extend to customers, suppliers, and even competition. When a dispute emerges, a good leader should be able to participate and resolve or at least minimize it before it has a bad impact on the organization. Depending on how the issue is handled, it may even be beneficial to the company. Effective leadership requires the ability to recognize conflict and the intelligence to resolve it. It is also important to be quite reasonable when confronted. Conflict management is without a doubt one of the most essential leadership talents, yet according to a survey quoted by Robin Short, 60% of U.S. workers have not received training in conflict management. A practice for the skill is to understand one another. Determine each member's individuality. How each is motivated or demotivated. According to their cultural and social origins, which leadership style they react best to. Your Department of Human Resources should be able to supply you with personality tests that will help you understand your team better. The next skill is negotiation. Negotiation is the process through which two parties with different values come to an agreement on the desired goal. According to skills you need, there are 6 phases to the negotiating process: preparation, discussion, clarification of objectives, negotiation towards a win-win outcome, agreement, execution of a plan of action. Effective negotiations may be advantageous for a business because they strengthen connections. They will also help in finding the optimal long-term solution by maximizing the contributions of 2 separate parties. To take a company ahead, a good leader must be familiar with his negotiating style. Some of the practical tips you can follow are: be a leader whom they can trust. Build trust among your team and be someone they can rely on. Even if the conclusion of a negotiation is not favorable to one of the parties, if they trust the negotiator, it will be simpler for them to accept the result, whether it is in their favor or not. Second, be democratic. It is simpler for team members to make choices when they have alternatives to pick from. In addition, youngsters will feel powerful since they were given a choice rather than being told what to do. Third, remain silent on your sacrifices. Do not disclose that you hold the weaker hand. Maintain your composure and demonstrate that you mean business. The opposing side will not be able to use your vulnerability to gain an advantage in the discussion. The 8th skill is project management skills. A person must have project management skills in order to properly coordinate a project from beginning to end. A project manager leads a project team via effective communication, interpersonal skill, motivating skill sets, and organization. Project management includes designing projects, developing schedules, and carrying out each element of a project. Additionally, project management skills are a collection of abilities required to begin, plan, and carry out a project. Typically, project management leaders have a team of individuals working on the project, and everyone must collaborate to accomplish a specific objective. A wide range of hard talents, soft skills, and personality attributes comprise project managerial skills. A leader is required to possess several good qualities and a high level of discipline. As you climb the ladder of growth and advance in your career, it is important that you cultivate these skills, which are crucial to your professional development and the success of your organization. You will already possess some of the mentioned skills. Become a successful leader by obtaining the other qualities essential to fulfill your organization's ideals more effectively. Now, moving on to our next topic. Positive work qualities for effective leadership. Everyone is a leader at some point in their lives, whether at work, in the home, in an organization, or on a team, but you lack certain work skills that contribute to successful leadership. To have a good effect on your surroundings, each of you must possess, develop, and nurture the following characteristics. Connect with people. Connecting with people is a talent that may facilitate conversation and effortlessly attract customers. Engaging and interacting more will make you a more accessible leader, as people will see you as someone they can rely on to readily resolve their questions and problems. Spread positivity. Successful leaders possess an optimistic outlook. This allows them to get beyond the issue and consider other options. A leader that is positive pushes the team to be more active and assists workers in overcoming their weaknesses by providing the required feedback. Resolving conflicts. Conflict is an essential ability for a leader to have in order to provide a productive and healthy work environment. Every team and team member will have conflicts on their job or other problems. Because only a unified team can function properly, the leader must have the ability to manage conflicts and maintain team organization. It is the leader's role to create a link between team members and eliminate any work-related or misunderstanding-related conflict. Encourage and strengthen. Driving business outcomes is not a simple process. It requires the coordination and hard work of a team. In times of difficulty, the team needs a push and encouragement that motivates them to continue working towards the objective. Leaders are responsible for motivating the team and making them feel like an integral part of the business. Encourage and acknowledge your team's minor victories to give them a sense of value. A little incentive will make them pleased, and production will rise as a result. Express appreciation. Appreciation is a weapon that every leader must use to drive their team and create lasting success. An employee works at his best when he receives a word of praise or a small boost that gives them the motivation to work to their maximum capacity. Team members have a constant need to get recognition and praise from their superiors for excellent performance. Be appreciative of your team's efforts and make it a habit to express gratitude, even for smaller victories. Develop outstanding characteristics to be the best leader. Leaders are the pillars of success who are able to manage any pressure without affecting the process or the outcomes, and they build the team's connection in order to produce results that facilitate the organization's growth. You must possess these timeless leadership characteristics to successfully manage a team, obtain the highest performance from them, and achieve extraordinary business outcomes. Great leadership qualities cannot be acquired overnight. Improving your leadership characteristics throughout the years and being the greatest leader requires a great deal of patience, learning, and experience, as well as hard work and determination. I would like to conclude the session by saying, leadership is a talent that can be learned by anyone. It depends on how you lead, how you positively manage the team, and how motivated and enthusiastic you are about your role and the success of your company. You may participate in a leadership training program that brings out your greatest attributes if you think you lack any of the previous qualities or features and want to be prepared with all the required abilities to become the best future leader. Importantly, any of us can become effective leaders by studying the position's specifics. Participating in leadership training programs that provide a great deal of learning experience can help you become an inspirational leader in the future. With this, we have come to the end of this video. I hope it was helpful. Comment your thoughts in the section below. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell, never to miss an update from the Invensis Learning channel. Also, to learn more about leadership skills, check out Invensis Learning's Project Management and Agile Project Management Certification training, which will enhance your leadership skills and make you a remarkable leader. You can also check our other courses, such as Certified Scrum Master, Professional Scrum Master, Safe Scrum Master, and Agile Scrum Foundation. We at Invensis Learning provide interactive instructor-led certification training by trainers with rich domain experience and expertise. We also provide mock tests to make you confident while appearing for the certification exams, access to mock tests and case studies prepared by industry experts, and personalized LMS with lifetime access that contains course resources. Thank you. Have a nice day.